I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. So much money I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Keep the momentum going. Oh shit! Fuck, bro. 2. Good. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh shit! Ready? 1, 2, 3. Literally, his motor he bought for $500. Where can you buy a 429 for $500? Probably a junkyard, but who cares?
Probably a junkyard. Maybe, if you're lucky.
You get it.
So Serge made a big purchase today, finally. He's in the big boys club.
I just stepped in shit.
As you guys know, we did get a new addition to the family. 429 shit block.
429 shit block that's gonna shit on Fabian's motor.
Right, because it weighs twice as much as my car. Power to weight ratio, bro. Civics win. But notice how these have 2 and this one doesn't have the 2. It's just one single one. Lifter up. And so this is a VTEC side. I only have VTEC on the intake side. I know, sad. So see here on this one's the one that fell out. The spring goes in this way. There's a tiny hole on the outer side. And it just goes right in here. Push that in there. Keep it compressed. Pinch it. And then just, boom, clicks down. So here's some Honda 101. A lot of people really don't understand what VTEC means. So this is the intake side, which has the VTEC. So basically it has these tiny knuckles, right? Those push these down, the valve springs. But then you hit VTEC, so that's when this big knuckle kicks in, pushes down the valve springs even more, letting more air in. You can see this one is a non-VTEC, so it just has the regular knuckles on there. Stopping for a pizza break. Pizza?
Pizza. It's a pizza.
Pizza, pizza. We're waiting for this thing to dry. I did cover this, by the way, I just took it off. So the new crankshaft finally came in, which means we could finally throw these forged internals inside the block. So this is from an A3, and this is from an A2. We're gonna use some plastic gauge to measure the bearing clearances for the rod journals and the bearing clearances with the main journals on the crankshaft, just so we know that everything's in spec. That's gonna be the start. We did get this thing painted. At least the majority of it. It doesn't look too bad. What we're gonna go ahead and do is probably run Skunk 2 cams as well as titanium dual valve springs, because why not? We're already throwing basically $1,000 internals into it. An A2 crank, which is rated for way more horsepower. And we're also gonna port the heads. For those of you who were wondering, yes, we are going turbocharged on a 93 EG hatch Civic. It's an SI model, which is pretty cool. It's got the sunroof. I think that's the only cool thing about it. So we're going turbocharged. The compression ratio, I think, is about 13:1. So what we're doing here, we're using a plastic gauge. This is to measure clearance range for bearings. We set a little piece of string just like that on each of the main journals. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna start torquing these to specs. The crankshaft cap bolts, these bolts right here are 22 foot-pounds, and then an additional 56 degrees of tightening after that. So I'll show you the sequence real quick. It's kind of easy to mess up, so make sure your the pulley side is on the left of you. The torque spec sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10.